Hello and welcome to UK Versus. I am once again talking Critical Role and I am putting on my tinfoil hat. Since the announcement of the 8 Chromes, I have been racking my brain trying to figure out who gets what Chromes. The majority of the cast have at least 2 characters, with some having more, and it's really hard to figure out who gets the Chrome. We can safely assume that it's one per cast member. Trying to figure out if, say, Laura Bailey is going to have Jester over Vex is really hard. They're both iconic characters, similar to all of them. I can safely probably say that Tyrion Darrington is not getting a Chrome, but UVS have surprised me before. But trying to choose between Scanlan and not is really hard. I could make an arguable case for both characters, and before going into Mighty Nine, I was adamant Scanlan was getting that Chrome. But after experiencing not for 20 odd episodes, I'm not even a third of the way through the campaign, I can see why not also deserves that Chrome. That is absolutely insane. But I want to talk about the Shadow member, the 8th member of the campaigns, who has no playable character because he plays the majority of the characters. That is Matthew Mercer. Matthew Mercer has voiced hundreds of characters, NPCs, party members for all the campaigns, from Trinket to Gods. He has voiced them all, and it's very hard to narrow down who his Chrome would be. And I spent ages, and initially I thought it was going to be Silas Briarwood. Silas Briarwood was a cool, confident, powerful character who kept coming back, kept getting in people's way, and was a great antagonist that would feed the hunt for Chromes rather than having them all be the good guys, having an antagonist Chrome, which is something we have seen with the other sets where we have seen villain Chromes. But I have changed my point of view from there after getting to know Critical Role a bit more and after meeting a very particular character. So I have narrowed down my Matthew Mercer Chrome picks to 3 options. And I choose these 3 options based off my understanding of Critical Role, the way Matthew Mercer has interacted with these characters, and a couple of interviews that I have found of him talking about these characters. So, who are these 3 characters? Let's start off with the simplest one, the one that it probably isn't, but the one that I wanted to talk about. The GOAT, the king, the connoisseur of deals, and the only person to make armor that doesn't make a sound and never have it collected, Sean Gilmore. Matt Mercer has got a record saying that he has a particular fondness for Gilmore. He does love Gilmore, and Pomot Soul is great, but he is no Sean Gilmore. Sean Gilmore allowed Mr. Mercer to express different aspects of his personality, to be a completely different persona than the ones that we generally get to see coming from him, and explore aspects of his personality that he hadn't really come to terms with. And this is from an interview he actually gave. Sean Gilmore is amazing, charismatic, powerful, with such extent arcane knowledge, but great precision for it. Such great wisdom and intellect. He could be a real asset to the game, as well as a commendable pick for the Chromes, just because of how much love Mr. Mercer gives to him. This is the least likely option, but would be a very cool option, and would definitely be hunted down by fans and gamers alike. Option number 2, the safe choice, the choice that most people are going to bet on. This is the Chrome, is Allura, the member of the Council of Imon, very powerful archivist of Exandria, a strong and powerful wizard, as well as a former adventurer and a former owner of a magic carpet that did get dissolved. Allura confirmed to be Mr. Mercer's self-insert character into Vox Machina, integral in combat, integral in planning and transporting, being a taxi to help go get Kaylee to help resurrect Scanlan in the show, and just being an all round badass with their partner, Kima, taking on dragons, taking on all sorts. Absolutely wonderful character with their tower, integral in the fights against Fordak and with Rishan, and is confirmed to be in the set again through the trailer we got for Heroes of Exandria as a 28 health 600 from what I can tell. And I did see a flash of Chaos, which might mean that Chaos is the spell symbol, which I'd absolutely love. It's the safe option. Now, we've seen her in the set. We know it's Matt's self-insert character, and it's a character that's very near and dear to a lot of critters and a lot of people's hearts, as well as most likely going to be a very powerful character. Alora is not someone you want to mess around with. So I would expect this to be a very powerful character, but I don't like going with the safe option. I found one character, and it clicked. So we were going through 99, and we're talking Jester, and we find out about Jester's faith. And Jester worships the Traveller, the arch gate with the road travel through, and it started to click for me. Initially, going from the fact that the description was, this is a new god, not very well known, not very people worship them, I thought Vecna. I thought the Traveller's Vecna, and he's bringing Vecna back, and Vecna came up a few times, and I started to change when I heard about the Arch. When Jester was talking about the fact that the Traveller gave stories of the Feywilds, I remembered that there was a god who was given permission to come to our realm in Vox Machina as part of the Vecna fight, and that's Artagan. And I really want to see what happens if Jester gets asked to the theatre, just because Artagan seems to hate the theatre. During the same interview where I heard about how much Gilmore means to Mr. Mercer and how much Alora is his self-insert character and how cool they are, he talked about Artagan and how chaotic and how you don't know anything's going to happen. And that's why it's his favourite NPC to play. And the fact that this is a character that bridges Vox Machina and Mighty Nine, perfect Chrome. The fact that this is a character with wild magic that creates unpredictable situations, that choked the life out of Vax just because he wanted to see if he would come back, would create such design space for Bill and the team to completely create a chaotic character with wild powers and ultimate cost for that power, time manipulation, check manipulation. It could go absolutely. Artagan, it would be amazing. We would get our first god. A god SR Chrome for Heroes of Exandria should be Artagan. This is the one that would get the hype. This is the Traveller. This is the hooded, cloaked figure who is integral into all the stories. He's woven into all the stories. He's part of all the stories. He loves the stories. He loves the chaos. He loves the unpredictability of everything that's going on. During table play, once things go off the rails and the cast members are going, sorry, Matt, that went a little bit out of the way. He's like, no, I love these parts. It's the best part of D&D. It's Artagan. Matt Mercer embodies Artagan as a D&D. He will let situations go on just to see how they're going to resolve. He has to be Artagan. Artagan is woven into Vox Machina. Artagan is an integral part of Mighty Nine if he is the Traveller. And I am certain he is, because I think it was confirmed in my head when I heard that the arch with the path was the symbol of the Traveller, which is exactly what he asked to be built at the end of Vox Machina for him to come to the material plane. The Traveller is Artagan. The Traveller is Matt Mercer. The blue hooded figure on our packs, on our boxes, that's been in everything, including the D&D Beyond music video. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. That's a beautiful piece of work from Sam Riegel there. And he is the Chrome for Matt Mercer. And an Artagan signed Chrome with it being our first God card, with it being a very powerful, very strong card, because it's got to be when it's a God, I think is the only real logical choice the potential for all three characters for UVS to make great designs with is beyond compare, but Artagan just opens so much. So the Traveler, Jester's God, the God of stories, the God of paths, for me, is Artagan, which ties both stories together, which the Heroes of Exandria set is a Mighty Nine and Vox Machina set. I 100% think that Heroes of Exandria Chrome from Matthew Mercer is Artagan the Archfey or Artagan the Traveler, who will be a chaotic character who will completely turn this game on its head. And I am so excited to see where this is going and if I am right. Who do you think the other Chromes are going to be? Who do you think? Do you think I'm on the point here with Mr. Mercer's Chrome? And am I right about Artagan? Actually, don't answer that one. I don't want to know if I'm right about Artagan being the Traveler. I want to get there naturally going through the story. I am blasting through Mighty Nine. It is a lot more chaotic, and it is really great to see the characters start from the beginning. But I will catch you in the next one. And remember, kids, go to the theatre. Don't be like Artagan. But don't go to the Feywild Theatre. It's a bit more dangerous. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.